I love when I think I press the button and I start talking and then it's not recording. So, hi, it's Monday. Let's do some deadlifts and hopefully not have a big wuss out party like last week. So check this out. I put some tape on my bar, right? Because it's the grip that's really messing me up. I'm not sure if my bar is too small in diameter or whatever, but my grip just suffers. I don't think I have like terrible grip. I'm sure it's not, stellar, but I don't think it's awful. So I put some tape on, right? And it was working all right. I was still having some grip problems, but it pretty much ruined my whole session because I jammed the tape into one of the 60 pounders that you're looking at right now. They have a really tight tolerance to get that bar through, and oh my God. Basically my rest times for all of these deadlifts were me wrestling the bar, not really getting any rest. What's up, Copper bro? Maybe I shouldn't stare at and make funny faces while saying, what's up, Copper bro, as I drive past cops. We'll see if he turns around. Anyways, I'm not using my phone. It's sitting and I'm talking into it. Anyways, so yeah, the breaks in between were not the best. So first set was 120. Now we're looking at 150. And then after this 150, we'll go to 180. It was an all right session, not as good as 2 weeks ago in the fact that I was down one rep on the 180. But I think if I could figure out this whole grippage thing, it would be back up. And if I didn't have to wrestle literally the entire rest time trying to get these weights on and off, it would probably have been a little bit better too. But excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So deads, yeah, here's the deads. They were good. I'm not going to complain. The 150s were all on point with 2 weeks ago, and the 180 was just a rep down. And I'm sure once I figure out a more reasonable setup and all that, it'll be easier. Here's the 180. I got 8 reps. I had to set the bar down, I think maybe 2 times in this, or maybe just once, I don't remember, just to get my grip back on. So anyways, after this, we went to pulls, and pulls were Pulltacular. They were started off strong, same as my PR from a couple weeks ago, 12 to open up with, and then 10 after that. And then I decided just to throw some weight on it. So I threw 10 pounds on and did 2 more sets with 10 pounds on. And then after that, I didn't quite feel like putting up a whole bunch of stupid bands and this and that. And so I'm just going for the couple of fingers method. Get your mind out of the gutter. And because I've heard that that's just as effective, ? So yeah, I did 3 fingers on my right hand, full grip on left, and supposedly that's supposed to put a lot more focus on the left side. Second set, I tried to go for 2 fingers, but I am just not that cool yet. 180 deadlifts are done. Here's 150 again. Maybe this is when I had to set it down twice. I don't remember. When I set it down, I don't like sit there and rest. I'm just like, set it down, get a new grip, back up we go. Look at me trying to make my back all straight and shit. I'm sitting here and I'm telling myself, this is a hip hinge movement. This is a hip hinge movement. I'm trying to keep my arms nice and straight and put my ass into it. So yeah, that's about it. Monday, right? Tomorrow we'll do some weighted dips and some weighted pushes and la. I kind of like the new method of not putting bands on and breaking it down to fingers. It kind of makes me feel like it's more of a continuous run on the pulls. So I feel like, I did 6 sets of pulls rather than 4 sets and then screwed around with bands and straps and all this weird stuff. There's another copper. There's coppers everywhere. Oh yeah, it flooded, by the way. The town I live outside of was underwater yesterday. Luckily, we live on high ground, but half my property flooded because we do have creek frontage, and it was the creek that flooded. It was pretty bad all over yesterday. Up in the city where I work, creek up there flooded right by the cemetery, and they almost evacuated that neighborhood, but they opened up a closed road as an alternate route so people could get in and out of that neighborhood. I couldn't leave my house yesterday because of the flooding, and this morning our field had drained, and so I said, okay, I'm going to go to work. And driving through town, the whole south side of town was just mud and debris. So I know a lot of people are going to have damage, and you know, rural living in America is, you know, you got the people that live on top of the hills, and F them. All us other people living down here, you know, living in the sticks in America is not always pretty. Let's put it that way. Bordering on not being a first world country in a lot of these places. You know, I drive past places that are just literally just falling down, and people are still living in them because they don't have anything else, and they don't have a way to fix up their stuff. And you know, they got a wood stove, lucky for them, so they're staying warm. That's what's important, and then hopefully dry. But you know, half this shitty little town in Oregon flooding. That's, you know, I feel really bad for these people. And one of the houses that's in the south side of town is a beautiful Victorian, and I heard its basement flooded. Hopefully there's no more damage than that. It actually used to be the funeral home in this town, and the company that I work for used to own it back in the day, but now it's a private residence one again. It's a big Victorian house. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. I'm just rambling at this point. Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Monday. Oh, here at the end of the video, I'll say goodbye and all that stuff. And I've been, you know, I used to do pull-ups, and when I do like the bouncy fast ones, I would like favor the left. I would do this weird like head to the left kind of thing. And so trying to be slow like I'm doing them now, I try to really be even and focus on being even. Yeah, there's still water running across the highway here. Sploosh. So anyways, last thing is I took my shirt off and did a couple pull-ups backwards, attempted to center the camera and put it higher so I could see. It didn't really work out though. I did a little bit. I should put my hair up so it doesn't cover my muscles. I want to see if one shoulder is sitting higher than the rest. So tell me what you think if you get that far and you see it. The angle of the camera is a tiny bit crooked, so it's hard to tell. But I'm just trying to see if I actually am doing pulls evenly, or if I should go see like a sports doc and say, why am I doing pulls unevenly? Because my left lat is tiny compared to my right. So anyways, that's a long ass voiceover. Hope everybody's doing good. Here's some weighted pulls, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and enjoy my music at the end. What? Peace. Vida você. captain. I said, what? He said, captain. I said, what? I said, captain. I said, what you want? He said, captain. He said, what? He said, captain. He said, what? Oh, there was the one. Peace, everybody. Freedom will say, I said what?